Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald over the middle. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jacobs now, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Go! AT Gator.
Right here.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Being chased out left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 52. Now the 52. Watch the run.
On 1st down, Callahan. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Tie it right. Everyone got four down. Check safety. Check three.
Go. Where's 52?
They'll run on first down. Callahan. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Callahan. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now Newton on first down. Fights off the defender. And he fends him off. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score last night's 14. Bulldogs 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
218, chop it. Hey, foxtrot. Hit it.
Looking to throw. McDonald, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 52. 81. Sit up. Go. Smoke. Mike, 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And there will be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a London first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the slant. Yo, yo. On me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
10 logo.
Let's go, D.
Here's Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Get him, boys. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
First down, here's White. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And some room to maneuver. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDonald. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in London, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McDonald. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Looking to throw. McDonald. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, McDonald. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Callahan. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 66, bullet, half.
Newton on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
61, matchbox, lights.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Smooth. 56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Come on, baby.
Back to throw. McDonald. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
Throwing on first down. McDonald. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 48.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
On first down, Callahan. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And touchdown! In for the score. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, McDonald. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they bring out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They're all finished in the bout down in Houston. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes in the W. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Ready, set, 51. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for our visitors, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.